My name is Will Phelps. I've been to Redbird, Kentucky 6 times. This year was my 6th time. And this is my first time as the leader of the group. We left here Sunday morning about 6:30 in the morning. Arrived on the camp about 3:30 in the afternoon. Fortunately, most of my work as the leader was on the front end, administrative stuff. Once we got up there, Chuck Bevers and Chris Rosendahl were the work team leaders.
This was my first trip to Redbird, and I, anticipated working in a person's house and helping them with some things that they couldn't do by themselves. We had to tear all the carpet up from the floor. We had to put down new plank flooring. We had to redo a room. We had to repaint it, clean the walls, repaint.
This was my first trip to Redbird. I wanted to learn about that United Methodist mission and use the construction experiences and skills I have gleaned from working at Habitat for Humanity and the Bethel mission trips to Alaska, Salkehatchie, and Ecuador. On this trip, I helped remove floor covering, cut Luan plywood sheets to fit, and helped install vinyl plank flooring and cut planks to fit. Learning how to install that flooring on a home kitchen project a few years ago certainly paid off.
Well, this was the first time that I went to Redbird, so I was expecting there to be some construction work. We were assigned to work by replacing the floor, replacing the wall, painting for both the living room and the hall for one family.
And I think my personal job was to wash down the walls and began priming them, painting them, and I think I painted pretty much the whole time.
Yeah, I think that the house that we were assigned to needed some cleaning and painting with a new floor. I think most of the time we were there, we were primarily doing a lot of painting.
And by Thursday afternoon, we just barely finished the living room. Had we had more time, we would have worked into the hallway, but this is not unusual for another team on the succeeding week to pick up where you left off. So that's what was going to have to be done. Every day, the lady of the house, whose name was Sharon Bowling, would meet us. She wanted to upgrade the materials that Redbird was providing, so she had to add her own expense, go to Lowe's and get that floating floor. And she also upgraded the paint we used. She wanted a higher quality paint.
The lady that we talked to and got to know really well, Sharon, was raising her 5 grandchildren, and her 2 sons were still there along with her husband. So 9 people in all lived in that home.
I also appreciate getting to meet Sharon, the homeowner. A different part of Sharon's home was previously renovated by Redbird, and she helped us scrub the walls to get ready for primer and took so many opportunities to thank us for our work.
She was the nicest lady you'd ever want to meet, was right there with us. It opened my eyes to the way other people's either choose or have to live, and it's something that is totally foreign to anything that I've ever seen before.
I loved talking with her. She told us about her family. She was very open, any questions you asked. It was just very interesting getting to know her.
She was a very nice, appreciative homeowner. We enjoyed interacting with her. She appreciated what we did. She made some efforts to purchase some materials, so she got involved in the process, which is always great. So it was a great experience working with the homeowner.
This experience is something I will certainly never forget because it was just a great feeling. It's what being in a church is all about.
The part that I really enjoyed the most was the interaction with the Bethel team because, we're fairly new to Bethel, and this gave me a chance to really get to know them. And then I like to get to know the other teams that were there. There were about 50 people, and a team from Birmingham, 2 from Georgia, and 1 from Cincinnati. So it was really nice to get to know them.
I believe we were blessed to be able to help Sharon and her family love our neighbors and to be the hands and feet of Christ.
The Redbird system, the way it works, they make it easier to help others when you can clearly see your results, and you really know that you've made a difference in somebody else's life.
I agree. I love going. I think it's not only do you make the difference in a person's life, but it's a great way to get to know your church people. I mean, you see people on Sundays, you try to go in small groups, but when you experience a week of eating together, getting up for breakfast together, going out there on the road, it's a great way to get to know, your fellow church members in a great way.
It's a humbling, gratifying experience when you realize that your problems are really nothing compared to the degree of want and need the folks at Redbird. And to be able to do God's work in some small way to make their lives better is very gratifying. Interesting to me to more and more realize what a tradition the Redbird experience is here at Bethel. I meet people all the time who tell me that they were at Redbird years and years ago. So there's been a consistent involvement of Bethel members at Redbird, and to me it feels great to be a part of that tradition.